Raiders are in full flight. We're coming by air and on the ground. Monday Night Football's taking over the town. We gotta get ready. We gotta get right. It's gonna be a battle in the NFL tonight. So get ready. I mean, get ready. Are you ready for some football? A Monday night invasion. Yeah, this is Rockin' Randall Hank with a special alert for the nation. Here come the hits, the bangs, the blocks, and the spikes. 'Cause all my rowdy friends drop in on Monday night time. Let it fly, boys.
This is our finest hour.
Well, sir, this usually takes about 3 hours.
Now they're ready for action across the land. The boys in the trenches, the fans in the stands. Sounds like thunder when they snap the ball. The back blasts through a hole in the wall. Receivers rock it on down the line. The defense covers, it's pressure time. The guys with cannons, the way they throw. ABC's got the most explosive show. Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party? Yes, sir, this is Hank, and my mission is to get this whole thing started. Get those helmets flashing, the crowd is psyched, 'cause all my rowdy friends are back for Monday night. Yes, everybody is down. This is the biggest party, man. We got Frank and Al and Dan. They're gonna get it kick-started. Lynn and the crew's all set. It's the time that is right. All my rowdy friends are here on Monday night.
Or it would if they would keep all the damned politics out of the way. Remember when sports were a refuge? An escape from politics? I mean, let me ask you, if you tune in a football game, are you not tuning in a football game to watch football? And yeah, plenty of erectile dysfunction commercials, but I mean, isn't it for the purpose of watching the game? Usually you have a rooting interest. You're interested in your team winning. That's what you tune in for. You don't tune in to hear politics. Where I live in the Seattle metropolitan area, I'm out in the exurbs, but in the general Seattle area, if I want to listen to political talk, I tune in KTTH 770 AM. It's got Limbaugh, it's got Michael Medved. I haven't listened to it in a long time, so some other hosts. I think there may even be a local host or two. But if I want to listen to sports, if I want to listen to Brock and Salk in the morning, or John Clayton, and then later Bob Groz and Tom in the midday, or if I want to listen to Danny David Moore in Afternoon Drive, I tune in 710 ESPN KIRO AM Seattle. And I do that to hear sports. I do that to hear about the Seahawks, about the Mariners. Yeah, including the Mariners even. And no, politics has not become a refuge from the Mariners. It never will. Because I need refuge from politics way more than I do from the Mariners' typical late August, early September swoon that takes them out of playoff contention. And then they start winning again when there's no more stakes involved. I'll take that over politics any day, because there is no solace to be had in politics. There is no, oh, well, we're going to resume winning now that it doesn't matter. Well, yeah, that's not how politics works. Hasn't for a long, long time, if you are a true conservative. But I tune into 710 to listen to Seahawks, Mariners, Huskies, Cougars, local sports, national sports. The two should never meet. The two should never interact. And it's been very difficult to tune into 710 over the past couple of weeks, because no matter when you tune in, everybody's talking about Colin Kaepernick and his refusal to stand up for the national anthem. And now you even had Jeremy Lane, a member of the Legion of Boom, no less, taking a knee in solidarity. Now with Colin Kaepernick. And there was a female soccer player, it was on the news last night up here, who also took a knee, didn't stand for the national anthem. I'm in solidarity with Colin Kaepernick. Well, I guess Colin Kaepernick has decided that he sucks as a quarterback, so now he's going to become a left-wing political activist or extremist, as the case may be. And that's great for him, but let him retire from the NFL and take it someplace else. He doesn't have a platform anymore, not like he did a few years ago. I mean, see, this is, I will tell you right now, folks, you can trace this back to the tip. Under a minute left. 49ers are driving. They score a touchdown, an extra point. They go to their second straight Super Bowl. Maybe Colin Kaepernick gets his ring. And then he fades back to pass. The 49ers have the ball in the red zone inside the Seahawks 20-yard line. NFC Championship, January 2014. I forget what down it was, second or third down. Kaepernick goes back to pass. He had stayed away from Richard Sherman the entire game until that play. And then he tries Sherman, right corner of the end zone, to Michael Crabtree, and Crabtree pushes off, and the ref didn't see it. It should have been offensive pass interference. He pushes off to create space. Sherm leaps up with the wrong hand. Where's my hand here? Tips the ball away, and the rest is history. The Seattle Seahawks go to and win Super Bowl 48 and come one play away from becoming the first back-to-back champions in over a decade. All because of that one play. Look at the direction that Russell Wilson's and Colin Kaepernick's careers have taken since then. The franchise's directions. The Seahawks are the best team in the NFL. The 49ers suck. Russell Wilson is arguably, he was the best quarterback in the NFL last year. No, it was not Cam Newton. It was Russell Wilson. He had the best passer rating in the league last year. In the last 7 games, 24 touchdown passes, 1 pick. Russell Wilson is among the, when I say among the elite quarterbacks in the NFL, I'm talking Tom Brady, I'm talking Aaron Rodgers, I'm talking Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah, that good. That's how good Russell Wilson is. Where's Colin Kaepernick? Riding the bench on the worst team in the NFL. And everything ensued from that one play. Now, Russell Wilson visits Children's Hospital in Seattle every Tuesday. Started doing that in his rookie year before anybody knew who he was. Russell Wilson is still the same guy that he was before he came to the Seahawks. Fame, wealth, have not changed him. Well, Sierra might have changed him a little bit. Although I would still be willing to bet that when they moved their wedding from North Carolina to, I think it was in England, I would be willing to bet that was Sierra's idea, and he said, okay, yes, dear. See what I mean about you can't escape politics and anything, but it's not. I mean, that's just where they chose to have their wedding, and the Wilsons now, as they are and should be known, they could have their wedding wherever they wanted. You know, if they want to have it in North Carolina for whatever reason, well, that's their business. But Russell Wilson doesn't talk. He's not a crusader for transgenderism or whatever. He just placated his fiance and now wife, or second wife, because I don't know. Russell Wilson was married his rookie year, and then it just came out that he got divorced. There was nobody covered it. Nobody talked about it, not even up here. So it didn't become a soap opera. Thank God. It didn't get in the way of winning Super Bowl 48 either. Thank God. But Colin Kaepernick, he throws this in our face and won't let it go. He's already off on his second career because he's failed as an NFL quarterback. I mean, he had a good season and a half where he was in the upper tier of NFL quarterbacks, or at least he appeared to be. And then since the tip, almost 3 years ago, he hasn't been worth dog mess. So now he's embarked on a new career, a second career as a political activist, which he can afford to do because, of course, he signed that $128 million contract a couple of years ago. So he's got more money than he can ever spend. So, and he's obviously never going to do anything in the NFL of note again. So he can just go and be a political activist, and that's his business if he wants to. But keep it out of my football. Jim Garrity agrees with me. Last Friday at NationalReview.com, or was it Saturday? 6, 5, 4. Yeah, last Saturday, Garrity went off at NationalReview.com. And it was based on one recurring sentence. I just want to enjoy watching the game. 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick won't stand for the national anthem because he believes America has fallen short of its ideals, which didn't stop America from giving him $128 million. Funny how he leaves that part out. Then St. Louis Rams players, that was 2 years ago when they were still in St. Louis, take the field with a hands up, don't shoot gesture. The NFL won't let the Dallas Cowboys wear a decal to honor slain police officers. Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers says he likes it when players speak their minds about social issues, but the league discourages it. Commissioner Roger Goodell, hello? Jasmia's Hard Starboard News. And for that matter, players, coaches, sports media, huddle up. But listen carefully, please. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I just want to enjoy watching the game. There are 168 hours in a week. And a lot of those hours can be spent discussing the world's problems. Police brutality, lack of accountability among public officials, tense racial relations, crime and threats and dangers and troubles near and far. But for 3 hours on a Sunday afternoon, like this Sunday at CenturyLink Field, for example, or a Sunday night, or a Monday night, or a Sunday morning, or a Thursday night, you know what I want to do? I just want to enjoy watching the game. Nobody watches sports because they want to raise their level of social awareness. Nobody tunes in to Monday night consciousness raising. Most sports fans are perfectly aware of the world's problems. They are much more likely to encounter those problems in their daily lives than any of the well-paid famous players on the field. I can't speak for all of them, but I think their mentality isn't too far from mine. I just want to enjoy watching the game. There is no sin in this. Wanting to enjoy a sport as entertainment is not a sign of stupidity or selfishness or laziness or lack of empathy for others. Enjoyment is what sports exist to provide. Yeah, they've turned into a multi-billion-dollar business and cultural touchstone, but that business is still the entertainment business. It runs on viewers. You know, if I wanted to be preached at, that's where I go Sunday mornings to be preached at, not on Sunday afternoons. And do you know what attracts viewers, my friends? They just want to enjoy watching the game. Sports may be able to teach, or at least showcase, a lot of things. Teamwork, competition. Pete, code word, his philosophy. Competition, always compete. And there's Pete in competes, like Richard Sherman said in America in the NFL films, the Seattle Seahawks 2013 Super Bowl winning season retrospective. Yeah, Pete and compete. I think there's something there. Leadership, determination, new touchdown dances. But sports are unlikely to ever solve any of society's problems all by themselves. It would be nice to think that rooting for a person of a different skin color and erupting in joy as he makes the difficult throw or the miraculous catch would purge any hate or discriminatory instincts from the human mind. I mean, you know, that's the thing about sports. Back in the late 1970s, when the Seattle Supersonics A still existed and B were winning what prior to Super Bowl 48 was the previous major professional sports championship in Seattle. Now that I think about it, the starting lineup of that team only had one white guy, center Jack Sikma. The other four starters were black. Now that I think about it, I don't want to think about it because it doesn't matter to me. Because they were our players up here in Seattle. They were our guys. Gus Williams, Dennis Johnson, Lonnie Shelton, John Johnson, downtown Freddie Brown off the bench, sixth man of the year, pioneered, well, I guess he didn't pioneer, it was John Havlicek that pioneered that position, and I guess he was a white guy, wasn't he? But Fred Brown definitely exemplified it in Seattle. You know, fast forward to now, you know, Russell Wilson. You know, Russell Wilson is a great quarterback. Not a great black quarterback. A great quarterback. Richard Sherman is the best cornerback in the business. And yeah, I guess he is black, isn't he? Guess what? I don't care. The sports media was, which is even more liberal than the political or news media. They tried playing Sherman with that question. What do you think about Colin Kaepernick's not standing for the national anthem? Do you support him? And I got to give Sherman credit. He went on for 5 minutes with his answer, never really said a thing. He filibustered that answer brilliantly. And what it told me is, I want to talk about football. I don't want to talk about politics. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Richard Sherman did run for elective office after his playing days are done. It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't. Because Richard Sherman is that charismatic. He is that articulate. He is that intelligent. Hey, you don't graduate from Stanford University if you don't got something between the ears, all right? But if he does that, it'll be after his playing days are done. Now, he's the best cornerback in the NFL. And that's what he wants to talk about. Good for him. I mean, you go to you go down the list. I mean, when Marshawn Lynch was here, Marshawn Lynch, beast mode. Yeah, I guess he was black too. I didn't care. He's beast mode. And I can keep on going. Tyler Lockett, Doug Baldwin, Jermaine Kearse, Cam Bam Bam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, the best free safety in the NFL, bar none, arguably defensive MVP or just plain MVP. You know, if Earl Thomas won the MVP this year, he'd be the first defensive player to win the MVP since Lawrence Taylor 30 years ago. Oh, by the way, Lawrence Taylor, greatest linebacker in NFL history. I guess he was black. But so what? He was the greatest linebacker? He wasn't the greatest black linebacker. He was the greatest linebacker in NFL history. Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright, Mike Morgan, Deshaun Shedd, Kelsey McRae, Michael Bennett, Cliff Averill, Atoya Rubin, Jaron Reed, top, early round draft choice in the 2016 NFL draft for the Seahawks. You could keep on going. I mean, yeah, I guess Stephen Hauschka and John Ryan are place kicker and punter, respectively. Yeah, I guess they're white guys. In fact, John Ryan's Canadian, and he was on American Ninja Warrior last season. That was kind of cool, but so what? They're not, the best white kicker and punter in the league. They're the best kicker and punter in the league, period. Yeah, Pete Carroll's a head coach, and John Schneider, the general manager, they're white guys. I guess the owner, Paul Allen, is a white guy, but defensive coordinator, Chris Richard, he's a black guy. But so what? He's a great defensive coordinator. Pete Carroll, great head coach. John Schneider, great general manager. They've both been extended, so the Seahawks are going to be real good for the rest of this decade. I know a lot of you people who accuse every Seahawk fan of being a bandwagon jumper aren't going to like that, but so what? Deal with it. So it would be nice to think that rooting for a person of a different skin color and erupting in joy as he makes the difficult throw or the miraculous catch would purge any hate or discriminatory instincts from the human mind. And it does, in a lot of cases. An old joke in Washington, D.C. is that the only thing uniting wealthy, white, northwestern Washington and poorer black Washington is mutual love of the Redskins. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Redskins.
Touch them at the point sore. Fight on, till you have won, sons of Washington. Rock, rock, rock! Hail to the Redskins! Hail victory! Braves on the warpath, fight for all ye see.
game time approaches, you know what it would be nice if everyone of every race, color, and creed could do? Just enjoy watching the game. Sports is escapism. Always has been. It's nothing like the rest of life. We don't go to work, put on colorful uniforms, run charging toward players from another company and collide, hoping to not tear an ACL. Maybe our work includes a score. Like sales figures, profit margins, inventory volume, traffic numbers. And maybe there are days we feel like winners and losers. Maybe our bosses are a bit like coaches or general managers, and we answer to our own team owners. But we rarely get carried off the field after a game-winning play. That's why they call them games. Fox used to promote their coverage of the Major League Baseball playoffs with the slogan, "You can't script October." What attracts fans is the knowledge that no one knows exactly what's going to happen. As Chris Berman likes to say, that's why they play the games. I looked for a Chris Berman video on YouTube with him saying that, as he oftentimes does as one of his catchphrases, but apparently not enough to have a video of it on YouTube. I did find one where Chris Berman was dropping F-bombs consistently for 54 seconds off camera. So I decided to spare all of you having to listen to that. Oh, yeah, behind the camera, everybody drops F-bombs, I guess. Not me. Not me, though. Trust me. Of course you can trust me. I'm your host. Anyway, as I say, what attracts fans is the knowledge that no one knows exactly what's going to happen. Games are unpredictable. Unlike, say, political discourse, fans might see a legendary upset. They might see the breakout performance of an unheralded rookie. Any baseball game could be a no-hitter. Any football game could be an overtime thriller resolved on a last-second bobbled Hail Mary pass. Or, yes, soul-crushing end-zone interception with under 30 seconds left in Super Bowl 49. In any single matchup, you could witness history, magic, the previously unthinkable, a player or team performance that people talk about for decades. That's why people love sports. And the reason people don't love politics is because that never happens in politics. But you know what people do want to do? They want to enjoy watching the game. There was a time when the reason you yelled at the sports talk station on your car radio was completely different from the reason you yelled at the news talk station on your car radio. If I have to listen to Keith Olbermann, give me the Keith Olbermann who had snappy interactions with Dan Patrick instead of the one convinced he's the new Edward R. Murrow. I know, Keith Olbermann, oh, well, what's he been doing lately? Not a whole lot, actually. Ever since he left MSNBC, he was an artifact of the Bush years, to be honest with you. I sure wish we had the Bush years back, I can tell you that much. Actually had a Republican president! Huh? That wouldn't be so bad now, would it? You know those Bush with the smirk saying, "Miss me yet?" Boy, those aren't going away anytime soon. I can tell you that. But sports are supposed to be fun. That's why they call them games. They're supposed to be entertaining. Are you ready for some football? You know, Hank Williams Jr. has never put out a song entitled, "Are you ready for some politics?" Didn't quite hit that high note there, but that's okay. The point is made, I trust. My daughter could have hit that note, but she wouldn't have sounded like Hank Williams Jr., though. But people speculate whether sports fans will drift away from certain games, particularly football, because of concussions, player strikes, exorbitant salaries, franchises switching cities, too much or too little parity among teams. Parenthetically, I haven't really paid any attention to the National Basketball Association since Clay, what was his name? Can't remember now. The guy who stole the Sonics from Seattle and relocated it to Oklahoma City. He had to send the Space Needle back when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. Just a little bit of local sports trivia there. Bitter sports trivia. Yet, football has managed to endure most of those controversies and problems. You know what will really kill it, though? When it stops being fun. You've heard that before about the NFL outlawing excessive celebration, take all the personality out of the players. You know, you've heard the expression NFL stands for No Fun League. You know, it's still kind of fun, but not as much as it used to be. And when it stops being fun altogether, and stunts like Colin Kaepernick's are definitely in that direction, when inside the NFL becomes indistinguishable from inside politics, the people who either don't like politics at all or get enough elsewhere will walk away, because there will be no escape from it. And if there's no escape from it, why watch it? It would be just football as a pretext for politics. It'd be like the crust on a pizza, the bun for a burger. Nobody buys a burger of any sort for the bun. They get it for what's between the buns. The bun is just to hold the stuff inside in and keep it from dropping all over your lap. A pizza crust is just to hold the toppings. You don't get it. You don't get a pizza, from Papa John's or wherever for the crust. You get it for the toppings, right? Now you need the crust because otherwise the toppings will just drop all over your lap. But nobody goes to Papa John's or Pizza Hut or Godfather's or wherever, or Papa Murphy's, and just orders a pizza crust. No toppings, no sauce, no cheese, no nothing. I just want the crust. And that is the direction in which stunts like Colin Kaepernick are taking the NFL. Taking the focus off of the toppings, putting it on the crust. That doesn't sound very appealing to me. It shouldn't sound very appealing to any of you either. I don't want to stay woke, so to speak. I want to take a nap from the troubles of the world. 3 hours out of 168. Can't we do that? When I tune in, I want to hear about whether the Seahawks are any good, and we're very good. Not whether the team name of the Washington NFL team. In other words, wait for it, Washington Redskins.
One more time.
name offends the team announcer, visiting team or home team, I want to hear whether the quarterback is more effective in a shotgun formation, not whether Bob Costas thinks we need stricter gun control laws. I want to hear about the holes in the offensive line, not Barack Obama's unenforced red line in Syria. In other words, and you knew this was coming, I just want to watch and enjoy the game. Go Hawks.
Thanks, Russ.
Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Go Hawks.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Yep. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Yep. All right. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Thank you guys so much. Go Hawks. Yep. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Yep. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. 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 Yep. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. Pass the piece. Go Hawks.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Pass the piece. Go Hawks. Pass the piece. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. Pass the piece. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Pass the piece. Thank you guys. Pass the piece. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. Pass the piece. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. 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 Go Hawks. Thank you guys so much. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Go Hawks. Thank you guys. 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 Go Hawks. Merry Christmas. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Merry Christmas. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Merry Christmas. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Happy New Year. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Happy New Year.